Okay, so I'm just going to mute everybody so we can get into this whole thing, and plus I got to get warmed up too because it's been a couple of, well, it hasn't been that long. It's been about 2 hours since I've been playing. I'm just going to check my tuning and make sure I'm in tune. My first lady that I had today, she's a right out of the box beginner. And the music store that gave her the fiddle, it was not in tune at all. So the first lesson was about a half hour trying to help her. She's never played music before of any kind in her life. So it was like explaining what an octave is. But like for a person like that with trying to tune a violin, it's like almost impossible to do that. It's like so hard. And then, I was trying to help her tune the fiddle that they gave her out of tune at the music store. And then she broke the E string while she was trying to tune it herself because it's really hard. I mean, it's not something you're supposed to be able to do at first. Tune the violin is really hard. So then she took it back to L&M out in London, and then they gave it back to her with new strings, not in tune. Again, she just picked it up. My God, the whole thing was down way and it took about 25 minutes of her struggling, and it really bothered me because you're trying to encourage people to play, not discourage them.
So she was doing this on Zoom?
Yes, and that's I've always been saying since the pandemic that Zoom I find is a really useful teaching tool. Everybody has gotten a lot better over the last couple of years that I teach, but this is not something I can help with on Zoom. Tuning the violin, I can't do anything about it. All I can say is just a little bit. I can't do anything else. And I'll tell you, one lady in my other class was tuning her fiddle in front of the whole class, and she broke the E string. And it was like watching somebody get beat up. It was like you can't do anything about it. You still feel so helpless. It's the one thing that I cannot help with on Zoom, only a bit. So I felt really bad for her. But anyway, let me just get my fiddle in tune here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's get warmed up here. Let's do our nice G major scale and arpeggio. Nice long bows. Give yourself a chance to listen and tune. Oh, Sylvie is practicing dance. I can hear her just thumping against the floor. That's excellent. Okay, here we go. Ready? Go. How's everybody feeling about G today? It's not too bad? Okay, let's do the arpeggio. Ready, go. Okay, so mine was perf. Hopefully everybody else is having a good time with it too. So if that feels good, it is coming down good, let's speed her up a little bit. Let's do it more like this. I'll count you in. And we'll do the arpeggio right after. A 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, now mine was not too bad. I would give myself, I would say like 96, something like that, but I'd like to do better. How are you guys feeling at that tempo? Not bad? Let's do it again right away. Try to remember what needs a little bit more pressure or whatever. 1, 2, 3, go. I did better, way better. How about you guys? Not bad? Pretty good? Okay, let's do some double stops while we're at it. Let's do the chicken bowing for it this time. You guys ever hear about that chicken bowing? It's actually like an Appalachian type of technique, and it's where they get, it's an exercise. It's a really good exercise, but it's where you go kind of... that. It's really, really good, and you want to try to make sure that you're using your hand for those ones at the end. See that? It's so good for the combination of hand and arm, and we'll just use it for our Irish and Scottish purposes. We don't care. So we're going to do it like this. Watch. Like that. Okay? Let's give it a go and see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Is that fun or what? Feeling okay? Let's do it again, because I'm sure there were some things that didn't go right with the change in bowing and stuff, so let's just do it again right away. And I'm going to try to be smoother. I found that I was doing this, like really distinct stops, but I'm going to try to make it a little smoother, like the Appalachian guys would. Kind of like this. But both are useful, okay? Both are useful to practice, but I'm going to try the smooth way this time. 1, 2, 3, and... This is a good one. I'd like to go a little faster. Why don't we try it like this? Let's see if we can keep it steady and nice. Okay? Keep your hand over the fiddle so you don't have any of those touchy squeaks. 1, 2, 3, go. finding any difficulties that they need help with in doing that? Or is it just practicing it? Anybody have any feedback or anything like that about the chicken? No? That's the term for it, chicken bowing. When I was teaching up in the Wikwemicong, I told the kids that, and they started talking about Wiki-Tucky Chicken, which is this place there that sells fried chicken. It's amazing. It's the best. But that's what they call it, Wiki-Tucky. So that's what that exercise was called from that day forward for them. Wiki-Tucky. Alrighty. Now let's see. Let's practice something, and then we're going to learn some music. So what's the last... Somebody's going to remind me. What's the last thing that we practiced? Anyone that's organized?
We're doing that Iron Man and Tom Day.
And Tom Day, yes. Why don't we go over that there? Such nice tunes. Karen, I don't know if you learned the Tom Day or the Iron Man. The Iron Man was a while ago.
We also did the Spooka Scary.
Ooh, great one.
I was on the call and trying to do it from sheet music, but
That's
I'll
all
just
right.
try to keep.
Sure, that's all right. Let's do it. So we'll just kind of practice them a little bit. Just going to get them up on my... Oh, yeah, that's right. Spooka Scary and St. Kilda's, right? Did we do St. Kilda's? Maybe. I don't know if we did St. Kilda's, but we definitely did Spooka Scary. Okay, let me just get this out here. So, Tom Day. I must have been in a Scottish mood. Making me playing all that stuff. Okay, and then the Iron Man. It's because of Ross. He's been playing the Scottish pipes a lot lately because his boy is taking pipe lessons, and he's been getting all jazzed up about it, which is good. Except that the problem with Ross is that it starts the Highland pipe exactness with intonation and everything else tends to kind of transfer over to the Irish, which doesn't really work. Irish pipers are picky, but not like Highland pipers. It's insane. So, so the Tom Day is... And then the Iron Man is... I can't remember. It's in this book. That's right. I have to look it up. The Iron Man. Where is it? The Iron Man 68. I think we were doing Iron Man first. So let's go easy, because we just learned the other one not long ago. Don't want to go get ahead of ourselves. So let's try it like this first. Both of them, 2 times each in the Cape Breton style. Let's give it a try. Okay, Iron Man first and then Tom Day. 1, 2, 3. we doing with all that Scottish business? Anybody having any troubles?
It's quite nice at that speed.
That's good. That's good. Good. A speed you can play in is a really good speed. Anybody else finding anything they want to comment on or ask about before we try faster? All right. Well, you know what that means. Sylvia, listen, you have been practicing for like 12 solid minutes up there. I could hear you.
Yeah.
What?
Could I have some dessert?
Yes, please. Go ahead and have some dessert. Tell your brother he can have some too.
Okay.
All right.
And get back at it.
12 minutes is plenty, jeez. My God. That's the one thing. You know, it's a new thing. Like, back when I was a kid, my parents were like half hour of piano and an hour of fiddle practice every day. You have to do it. And plus, we got up every morning at 6 in the morning and practiced for an hour as a family band before school, which is pretty intense, you know? And I remember I used to like ask to go to the bathroom and I'd go in there and spend like 20 minutes in there just dozing off, you know what I mean? But apparently, the new studies say is more frequent small stints of practice are much better than gigantic big ones that you try to get in, you know, every couple of days, something like that. Apparently it's way better. And it does follow, because you can't cram with music, right? It's like math. There's no cramming that you can do. It's either you go through the practice and get used to it, or you don't. So they say that 10, 15 minutes every day, if it's every day, is going to make you progress faster than if you try to do, say, 2 hours once a week type of thing. Much better. And I have noticed in my teaching that people that do that do get along way better. But anyway, so there you go. And plus, trying to get an 8-year-old to practice for more than 15 minutes, I don't know. You come and please tell me how to do it. Cause... Okay, let's try it again. A little bit faster. Now, we're not too far off of the speed. That's pretty well about as fast as anybody plays them. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. 2 times each. All right. 1, 2, 3. speed, ladies? Not too bad? All right. It's not that far off of your regular tempo. That's, you may be a tiny bit more of a push than that if somebody was dancing, and that's about all. Okay? So that's really, really good. Now let's practice those reels. Did we learn them? Did we learn both Spudascary and St. Kilda's Wedding there? We did. Oh, great. Okay, so let's practice those. See if we can get those up to a decent speed, and then we'll play the whole set. It'd be really awesome. I'm going to have a drink of water here. I talk so much. Yes.
Mind sending me those, please? Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you.
Not at all. Let's see here. Spudascary. Spudascary. And St. Kilda's. I was hoping helping somebody else because Natalie McMaster, I don't know if you guys know this, but Natalie McMaster is doing a fiddle club in Peterborough. Where is this now? In May. And I'm helping a few people. Oh, how come I can't find that? Okay, I'm going to send you this here. This is Spudascary there, Calada. Okay. Now I'll just see if I can find St. Kilda. Oh, here we go. Just forward it. Okay, I just sent you both of those. So yeah, so Natalie's doing this fiddle club in Peterborough. She's invited a whole bunch of people. I'm helping, I don't know, like 5 of them with the music. And one of the sets has both of these tunes, Spudascary and St. Kilda's Wedding. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what the setup's going to be like, but I have one lady who lives out that way, and she's been taken with me for a while, and she's doing the club, but she said, they got a whole bunch of stuff in there that I'm pretty sure is only there because of Donnell. And I'm not interested in that stuff at all, she says. I was like, okay. We won't work on that stuff then. Okay, so let's do we're doing them together. I think we're doing Spudascary first. So, not too fast. We'll just do it kind of nice and easy. And we'll play these 2 tunes together. Now I'm just going to get Spudascary up so I don't do any improvising. There was quite a lot of improvising on Friday. Okay. So let's take her easy, not too fast. We'll take her at about, I don't know, let's say 75 or something like that. Because these tunes are easy, but they're also very easily confused. So let's give it a try and see what happens. We'll try them nice and easy, both tunes. And since they're so short, let's do both tunes 3 times. 3 times. I'll count you. 1, 2, 3. Hold on there 1 sec. I gotta. Oh yeah, the music is very small that I'm looking at. I thought I was playing it in the wrong key for a second. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. How did everybody do there with these two tunes? Karen, you didn't get the second one? No?
No, that's okay. I got most of Spooda Scary.
Most of Spooda Scary? Okay. Have you got the music for St. Kilda's? Did I send you that? Okay, let me do that now. I don't know why I didn't do that. It's a nice one. And it's very, very actually popular. It's more popular than I think. It was recorded by Clannad. I don't know if anybody remembers Clannad, but I love that band. They were an Irish band from the 70s. You know, there's all these bands, from the 70s that really kind of make the bulk of the session repertoire. Did you know that sessions weren't really a thing until the 70s? This is a very commonly misunderstood thing about our music and our culture, because the session thing with everybody playing together really only started in the 70s after what they call the folk revival of the 60s. And there was all these groups in Ireland in the 70s, Danann, Clannad, the Boys of the Loch, the Chieftains started back then too. And they kind of invented this session culture where people got together. Now, my buddy Brian Tahany says that it was also had to do with the big economic collapse in Ireland in the early 70s, because nobody had any jobs. Everybody was out of work. And so people didn't have anything to do, so they got together and played music together. Before that, if you went to somebody's house, say in Ireland or in Cape Breton, for a night of music, it's not going to be everybody playing together. It's going to be listening to one guy for a while, and then another guy for a while, and then another guy for a while. And what I remember in Cape Breton was way more like that, you know? So the session scene came in the 70s, and that's why a lot of these tunes are used so much now in sessions. Is because of that, because those groups, 70s super groups, especially like Danann, recorded all this stuff. But Clannad, if you like singing, Clannad is a great band. Beautiful singing in the Irish style. And great instrumentalists too. Okay, so let's go a little quicker then, shall we? Let's put them together a little bit quicker, and we'll see if we can put the whole set together. So let's try it. Let's see if we can do it about that fast. That's kind of medium. I would call that medium, I don't know. So I'm just going to get it up so I don't improvise again. There we go. And there's Spooda Scary. Okay. That's not Spooda Scary. There we go. Okay. So like this. 1, 2, 3. at that speed. Pretty good? Very good. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so now take a little breather because we're going to put together the entire set, the 2 Strathspeys and the 2 reels. And then we'll get into some Irish music after that. And I'll just show you, while you're taking a breather, I'm going to show you how you get into a reel from a Strathspey. And we did it before, but, you know, a lot's happened since then. So let's see. So the tom day. Oh yeah. Just like that. That's all you do. And so what I always tell people is your Strathspey, your Strathspey rhythm is going on. So that's how it works. So you can kind of continue that Strathspey tempo for one more beat after beat 4, and that's going to be beat 1 of the reel. That's how it works. I'll show you one more time. Just like that. All right? So let's give it a go. The 2 Strathspeys and the 2 reels, twice each, in the Scottish style, and we'll see what happens at the end of that. All right. Okay, so Iron Man. A 1, 2, 3. right now. Those reels ended up quite a clip. How did that go? How did everybody feel about that? The speed. Not too bad? Okay, it's something to work toward. Okay? So that's kind of, it's not up to speed what we just did, but it's kind of gaining on it, if you know what I mean. So keep that in mind, keep practicing these. I find the hardest thing about the whole thing is getting into St. Kilda's Wedding. Playing that, remembering to play that big cut at the beginning of St. Kilda's Wedding, and that's really the big thing that the tune is selling. So try to remember that when you're practicing it. I think that'll help a lot. Now, shall we take a look at this Irish music? Oh, okay, Calida, good luck on your test, man. Hope you do well. Calida's got to go study. I understand, no problem. I was terrible at tests. Okay. How do I do this now? Okay, there we go. So, let's see. So I sent you the Mountain Road. And let's take a look at the jig first, because we've been playing reels. Anyway, so let's take a look at this jig. And it's been a while since we did a jig as well. So it's the Vanish Misfortune. Great name, but a hard name to say. Banish Misfortune. And like I said, it's an uilleann pipe tune. So it's typically played on the uilleann pipes very, very often. My buddy Stephen Hannigan, he plays this tune. That's kind of his signature tune, and he does some kind of neat things with it as well. But let me just play it for you. I'm going to play it a good couple of times so you guys can get it ringing around your head, and then we'll learn it. And it's in G, so it's a good friendly key. See that? Isn't it a great tune? It's got three kind of ideas going on. It's got this, and they're all descending. So we got this here. See, that's such a great line. You come down the scale, skip B to G. See that? Very simple idea. And then you kind of do a reprise of that. C, A, G again. See that? So that whole phrase sounds like this. And that's what I call the first phrase of the tune. Okay? So let's get that. Let's try playing those two bars down the scale from F. And you can see I'm sliding into that F. See how I do that there? I speed up my bow a little bit. And then the uilleann pipers do that big time. So F down the scale. And then to the A. Long A. D again. There we go. Okay, let's try that again a little bit. I'll stop talking. Ready, to, go. Okay, that looks looking good. Do one more time. Ready, to, go. Now, then we got this here. It's really cool. And this is kind of where we kind of go up the scale, but in steps. So we got a long F, two Ds, and then there's a D, E, D there. And of course, a piper can play a role on that. We can't. And then we got F, E, F, G, F, G. See that? So let's try doing that. Second two bars of the A part. Starting with a long G. Or sorry, a long F. Oh God, I'm hopeless. Ready, go. One more time with that. Ready, go. And then we keep creeping up. But then we do the same move, C, A, G. And then we do this again. But this time we go up. And I find that the most confusing phrase. Hey? Most confusing phrase. And this is the type of one where I count the G's. How many G's are there? There are 3 in that whole phrase. Let's try that together, everybody. The first 2 bars of the second line. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, to, go. And then we got this ending. Just a scale down from the first phrase, and then A, D, C, D, but it's a D sharp or C sharp. Little accidental there. See that? Now that ending is the same ending as in the B part and the C part. So let's practice that ending, say 3 times, and make sure it's really nice and solid. So down the scale from F, last 2 bars of the second line. Ready, to, go. Do it again. Last time. Yeah, straight scale, skip and B. Everybody getting that okay, that ending? Feeling okay? Now, we're going to string together this entire A part, okay? So just remember, there's a lot of repeated G's in this whole thing. So try not to get caught up in all the G's. Let's give it a go from the top. Scale down, skipping D from F. Ready, to, go. How are we doing with part A? Anybody having any problems, troubles, concerns, or complaints? No? That's great. Okay, well, let's take the grinder to it then. Let's do it a couple more times, a little tiny bit faster, and then we'll do the second part. So kind of like this. Oh, and the long notes, I'm slurring them. Not the first one, but the second one. See that? If you find you're going up for one of those, it's really good to slur it, because then you can get back on board with your bowing, back to the down bow, down beat idea. Okay, so just to keep that in mind, it's not critical, but it helps. Let's try it a couple more times, a little faster. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Oh, geez, everybody looks brilliant there. Excellent, excellent. Now, the second part. Very simple ideas. That's what I consider the first phrase there, those 4 bars. And it's kind of like long, short, 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 long, short, 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 long, short. And that's kind of what this whole part does right until the ending. You see that? And after that first phrase, and then the ending we already know. Let's see if we can play the whole thing. It's so simple. I bet you we can play the whole part. So remember those, I'm slurring the. Very good habit to get into if you can. So starting up if you can on the F. Ready, go. Again. I'm just going to check in. Everybody looks brilliant, but I'm just going to check in and make sure. How are we all feeling about that? Is it working? It's good. Slurs working. Are you doing the slurs? You're doing the slurs. Great. Okay. Let's speed it up a tiny little bit. Take the grinder to it. Ready? Again. Again. Okay, that's good. That's good. So everybody getting that okay to feel all right? Very simple, eh? Very simple. Now, the last part, really, really cool. You kind of tumble down a scale. Right down to the bottom of D there. You see that? It just keeps going down. It does a little jog, but just keeps going down. I really love that. The pipes do that so well. So let's give that a try. The four bars there. Long, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, and then shorts. Let's try it. Ready, and... Is that working? Let's do it again. Ready, and... Is it working okay? One more time just to be sure. Ready, and... And then the last part is the long C, another C, see that? It's very much like the second line, except that instead of the AGA at the beginning of the second line, it's a long C. Everything else is pretty well the same. You see how that works there? Bit of a reprisal. It's a recycled plot line. Okay? So let's try that whole bottom line there. Long C and then another C and down we go. Ready? And... Do it again. And of course I will put a roll on that C. So let's try, those that are able, try a roll on that C. Ready, and... Okay, now we're going to try the entire C part. Okay, we're going to go right from one end of it to the other. So the long notes down we go, and then that part we just practiced. Ready, go! Again. Again. How are we all doing, people? It's all right? Okay, cool. So to reprise the parts here, the first part is the big scale down. Cube fusing. Ending. Second part is this. Long, short, 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 short. Last part is the tumble down. Like that. All right, let's see if we can do it. From the top, not too fast. Don't panic, whatever you do. And everybody usually does a great big long open E pickup to start this tune. Kind of like that. Okay? A 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, let's take a little breather on the arm there. A lot of playing tonight. Now, did that go okay for everybody? It's not that hard, eh? The tune. It's not that hard. But it's a lovely tune. It's a great tune. I just love it. Now, I was talking about Stefan. Because Stefan is... when I think of this tune, I always think of Stefan because he always plays it for his party piece at a concert or whatever. And I remember I had him playing at a concert with my Irish dancing show once. And he played it. He does these 16th notes in it, which is pretty cool. But I got to tell you, I got to show you a picture because he posted a picture recently of when him and me were in this TV show. Oh, here it is. Here, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, this is me and Stefan as if it was 1860 here. Where did I go? Here it is. Check that out, eh? They do a great job. Like I was shocked. And the dirt that's on us there, that you can see on us, is actually chocolate cake mix that they kind of sprinkle on you. And it was kind of funny because we were running late and we sit down in the makeup chair and Stefan's all kind of discombobulated and he sees the little pot of the chocolate cake mix sitting there, dry mix, and he takes it and he starts spreading it on himself like this. And the makeup lady's like, no, that's not what you do. And so then she dusted him with it, and dusted us. But the worst part of it was that we had to stay like that all day. And it was like a 13-hour day that we were staying like this, very uncomfortable, And you can't anything at a place, and they're freaking out like big time. And so at the break, I went outside during the break to get some fresh air after the lunch break, and I came in, and of course, it's this type of thing where you wait and you wait and you wait endlessly, and then suddenly it's a big rush. Everybody has to be on set and ready to go, and so I go outside. I come back in. There's nobody there. They're all on set and they're waiting for me, right? So, and finally I go and I take my place and I'm sitting there and the makeup ladies come up to me and say, your makeup has become absorbed. And so back into the makeup room and everybody had to wait for me. So it was it's a little bit not on there, but, whatever.
Yeah. What was the name of the show?
The show was called Copper. And you can watch it on Crave.
Oh, okay.
And the episode, I can't remember the season and the episode number, but it's the episode that's about a boxing match. Because, now this is the funniest part of the story, and I'll just be quick because I want to try the tune a couple more times. Anyway, so we were supposed to march in behind the Irish guy in this boxing match set in this barn. And that's what you're looking at here in the picture. We're in a fake barn. It's all in a big studio up north of me there. And anyway, so we're supposed to march in behind the Irish guy who was fighting a black guy in the barn, doing a boxing match. And so we get there, and Stefan's got his uilleann pipes. I don't know if you notice how he's got them on there now, but it's ridiculous. But anyway, and he's got them laying on his lap, and he's playing, and he's getting them warmed up and stuff. And this little skinny fella, this director, comes in, and he's like, cool, those are the Irish pipes. So you're going to march in behind the guy. And Stefan is like, what do you mean? This is a seated instrument. You can't march and play the uilleann pipes at the same time. It doesn't work. You're thinking of the Highland pipes. And he said, I happen to have a set of Highland pipes, because Stefan is a Highland piper. He said, I happen to have a set in my truck. And he said, the track that you actually sent me is the Highland pipes and the baron, right? And the director is like, oh, well, that's cool. No, we're going to have the Irish ones, right? And so the next thing you know, they got the wardrobe ladies out, and they got old rags and stuff, and they got them strapped to his body, which is what you're looking at now. The uilleann pipes are strapped to Stefan's body. You can see the regulators are going up like this, which is like totally not what you're supposed to do. So if you watch this show called Copper, with the boxing match episode, the first thing you'll hear is the Highland pipes, the big blaring Highland pipes. And then you'll see Stefan walking in with a set of uilleann pipes strapped to his body, pointing up.
Now, did he play? Did he even play the uilleann pipes?
No, we just faked it. We mimed it, because you don't play anything. I've been in a few movies and TV shows, and you never get to play anything. You just mime. You just kind of fake it, and they have the music that they put in after the fact. So I hate it. I gotta say, I hate being in the movies and on TV. It takes forever. It's like wait, and then you just pretend to play for 20 minutes. So it's not something I look forward to, but it did make me think of that there when we were playing Vanish Misfortune. Okay, I've distracted you enough. Let's try it a couple of more times, and I gotta sign off early tonight because I gotta make sure the kids are still alive before I do my 9:45. So let's do this Banish Misfortune a good few times, and then that'll be good.
And by the way, I look forward to playing Mountain Road the next time.
Next time we'll do Mountain Road, and that's a single. It's going to take us no time to learn. So I'm going to find another one to tack on, maybe in a different key that's similar. Okay? Anyway, let's do the old Banish. Okay. Ready, and... faster. The workout, 3-parter. Okay, there you go. So that's Vanish Misfortune, one of the most common Irish tunes in the world. I know Japanese people that play this tune. So it's a real good one to have under your belt there. And next time we're going to do Mountain Road, and I'm going to add another one as well. In the meantime, I'll think of one. I was thinking of the Temperance. Have we ever done the Temperance? Okay, or the Teetotalers is another name for it. It's a G tune. And it's also one of these Irish Music 101 tunes. So we might do that. Or Sheehan's. I'll figure out which one is going to be more handy. Because I want it. The whole point with Mountain Road is that it's easy enough that we can play it up to speed. That's what I want to do. Because to get experience playing up to speed, you need to be able to do it. So you need a tune that's going to be accessible to do that. I thought Mountain Road would be a very good one. Okay, so I'm going to pick a tune like that to put with it. But in the meantime, you can take a look, get familiar, and we will start in it next time. Thank you very much, everybody, for the not quite full class, but we'll be back to abnormal next week. All right. Oh, no session on Tuesday. No session this week. There's some kind of show. We'll be also back to abnormal the following Tuesday. Okay. Thanks a million. Bye-bye.